Los Angeles, California. Autumn has enveloped the city in golden and crimson hues. Emily Johnson, a 22-year-old student at the University of Southern California, woke up feeling like this day was going to be special. She was preparing for an important meeting with a professor who promised to help her with a research project. Emily was an energetic and ambitious girl. Her dream was to become a successful journalist and expose injustice in society. But on this day, her life changed forever. That same day, when Emily didn't show up for class, her friends started to worry. She was always in touch and never missed classes without warning. Lisa, her best friend, decided to call Emily, but her phone wasn't answering. A few hours later, Lisa and several friends started searching. They searched all the places where Emily could be, including a cafe, a library, and even their favorite park, where they often spent time. The next morning, when the police started looking for Emily, her body was found in the park. Emily was lying among the fallen leaves, and there were strange teeth marks on her neck. Experts soon confirmed that these were human footprints. The Los Angeles Police Department quickly launched an investigation. Sergeant Michael Rivera, an experienced detective, was assigned to handle the case of Emily's demise. He understood that every detail was important, and every clue could lead to the capture of the rapist. The first thing he decided to do was interview Emily's friends. Lisa, with whom they were close, turned out to be one of the last people to see her alive. Worried and upset, she told how Emily had planned a meeting with the professor, but had not attended it. She looked worried, Lisa said, holding back tears. She said that she has important information for the project. I thought everything would be fine. Sergeant Rivera listened to her carefully. He knew that maybe Emily might have run into someone dangerous. He asked if she had any problems with any of the students or teachers. Well, Lisa mused, she had a boyfriend, Jake. They broke up a couple of months ago. He couldn't get over it, and I heard he was trying to get her back. Detective Rivera decided to talk to Jake. He was a young man with dark hair and a sullen look. When Rivera met him, Jake looked confused and scared. I do not know what happened, he said, nervously twisting his hands. We broke up, but I would never hurt her. She was everything to me. Rivera noticed that Jake was clearly worried, but something in his words sounded unconvincing. He decided to check Jake's alibi at the time of Emily's disappearance. Where were you last night? The detective asked, studying his reaction. I was at home, Jake replied, avoiding the detective's gaze. Alone. This alibi was too vague, and Rivera decided he needed to find out more. He sent a request to check the security cameras in the area where Jake lived. As Rivera continued his investigation, an atmosphere of fear prevailed on the university campus. The students discussed the murder, and many of them began to avoid evening walks. The university announced the temporary closure of the park where Emily was found. Meanwhile, Lisa decided to figure out the situation on her own. She started collecting information about who Emily had been talking to in recent days. She remembered the strange message that Emily had received the day before her death. It was from a certain Mike, who Lisa had not previously known. Lisa decided to find out more about Mike. She turned to mutual acquaintances and found out that this guy was in Emily's class and was known for his strange behavior. Lisa decided that she needed to talk to him. Lisa found Mike in a cafe near the university. He was sitting alone, immersed in his phone. Lisa walked up to him, her heart pounding with excitement. Hey Mike. Do you know Emily Johnson? What is it? She asked, trying to remain calm. He looked up and froze for a moment, then nodded. Yes, I know her. Why are you asking? She's dead, Lisa said, without taking her eyes off his face. Mike frowned and shook his head. No, I haven't seen her for a long time. We had a conversation at the university, but it was a long time ago. I can't help you. Lisa sensed that he was hiding something, but she didn't know how to find out. She decided she needed to tell Rivera about Mike. Detective Rivera, upon learning about Mike, immediately decided to interrogate him. He quickly found out that Mike has several violations related to aggressive behavior. This alerted Rivera, and he decided to call him to the station. When Mike arrived, he looked nervous. Rivera asked him direct questions about his interactions with Emily. Mike began to stutter, and the detective noticed that his hands were shaking. I just wanted to talk to her, Mike said, his voice low and uncertain. She didn't want to talk to me, and I didn't know what to do. Rivera felt that they were on the right track, but he needed more proof. Meanwhile, the police were examining the footprints in the park. Rivera decided to analyze the footprints and find out what type of shoes they might belong to. At this time, Lisa continued her own searches, and soon an idea came to her. She remembered that Emily was fond of photography and often took pictures in the park. Lisa decided to check her social media accounts. She found some photos of Emily capturing the people she interacted with. One of the photos showed Mike standing next to Emily against the backdrop of a park. Lisa realized that she needed to act quickly. Lisa immediately sent Mike's photo to Detective Rivera. Rivera studied the picture carefully. Mike was wearing sneakers with fluted soles. The pattern of the sole seemed familiar to Rivera. He recalled that the experts who analyzed the tracks in the park noted an unusual tread pattern. Rivera immediately gave the order to search Mike's house. Soon, a team of detectives arrived at his modest apartment. During the search, they found sneakers that completely matched the pattern found at the crime scene. In addition, microparticles of soil and fallen leaves were found on the sole, identical to those found on Emily's body. There was enough evidence to arrest Mike. At the police station, after several hours of interrogation, Mike broke down. He confessed to killing Emily. With tears in his eyes, he told her that he was obsessed with her, but Emily rejected him. On that fateful evening, he tracked her down in the park, tried to persuade her to be with him, but she refused. In a fit of rage, he attacked her and strangled her. The teeth marks on his neck are the result of his insane desperation and hatred at the time of the murder. Mike was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Emily's story shocked Los Angeles. Her friends and family will never forget this joyful and bright girl who knew how to give joy and a lot of light to others. Time passed, but the memory of Emily lived in the hearts of those who knew her. Lisa, despite the tragedy, continued her studies and became a successful journalist. One day, in late autumn, she came to the park where everything happened. Lisa stopped at the place where Emily was found, surrounded by golden leaves. The girl closed her eyes and remembered her friend's smile. She knew that Emily was looking down on her and was proud of her. Lisa left a small bouquet of autumn flowers in place and said softly, "We remember you, Emily. We will not let your story be forgotten. My dear ones, I hope you like my stories. I am waiting for your feedback in the form of likes, comments, reposts, and subscriptions to my channel. Don't miss the new releases to watch and learn exciting new stories that will not only contain crime, but also have a place for love, peace, and mutual understanding. Always yours, I hugged you, Olivia."